I wanted to tell you that there have been consulting firms, one in particular, Mintel. They found that 62% of the people they studied were not thinking about retirement. They were in denial. They didn't want to think about retirement. And Phyllis Moon, the well-known sociologist whose work on retirement is superb, said that people spend more time and money planning a wedding than planning their retirement. But really, what I'm here to talk about is, I think the question isn't thinking about retirement. I think it's the fact that all through life, at each age, we're always thinking about what's next. So if you're in your 20s, like Andrea at the back of the room, who's taking a tape of me, who's taping me, or if you're somebody in your 80s, you're still wondering what's next, and how can you keep your life vital, and how can you revitalize your life. And so I thought today I would share some tips that I've learned from the many people that I interviewed, not just for the retirement book, but for all of my transition books. And there are 4 tips that I really want to talk about. The first is pay attention to your psychological portfolio. Now, you remember during the presidential campaign, suddenly we heard about Joe, the make-believe plumber. He was a real person, but he wasn't a real plumber. But I want to tell you about Jim, the policeman, who is a real person and was a real policeman. Because I think his situation really highlights our need for paying attention to our psychological portfolio.